Hello, everybody on SpeedGaming. Today we are continuing the Portal 2 Speedrun mod, no SLA tournament. The match today is going to be Josh versus Zypeh. I'm your first commentator, Daniel, joined by...
Joined by me, Brew Jake.
All right. So in just a second, we are going to set up the match. They are both paused at 0. Just making sure everybody's ready.
Ooh, there we go. Full screen. Let's go.
That was a little delayed, but okay, it should work. All right. So once the stream delay catches up, we should be live. Hopefully my Discord wasn't too laggy and it actually works. Let's see, we are using this audio. Okay, cool. I'm just checking out the audio settings to make sure everything's working. So in just a few seconds, hopefully we should be going live with the race. For those who are unfamiliar with Speedrun mod, it's basically the same game as Portal 2. The difference being we cut out basically any downtime in the game. So any long cutscenes, for the most part, skippable or unskippable. We kind of just killed them both.
Mm-hmm.
And any sort of, slow doors, slow elevators, anything like that, we've killed for the most part. So the game is much faster, uh, averaging about 30 minutes faster for every runner versus their normal Portal 2 full game times.
It
So
makes it much more enjoyable, I think, for
I
sure.
agree. All right. So if we want to talk about favorites right now,
I mean,
the obvious favorite here would be Zypeh.
yeah,
Many
I'm a
regard
bit
him
of a
as the best Portal 2 runner of all time. Um,
Zypeh fanboy myself.
yeah, but where the disadvantage for Zypeh, especially later in the tournament, is going to be it's going to be that he's the best Portal 2 player specifically for individual level play, and not full game play. So he does individual level runs, and is really good at min-maxing that, whereas people who are predicted to win the tournament actually play the full game in one sitting as like their main form of gameplay.
I'm really curious what kind of strats we might see from Zypeh. Considering how good he is at individual levels, we could see some really crazy stuff happen.
Yeah, so like what we're seeing, especially right now, is just he's just soaring past him on the level
Yeah.
portal gun because it's just sort of his home map. It's where he got his name to start with, and it's almost certainly the most optimized individual level map. And he's had the world record for like 6 years or something at this point. Um, so you definitely saw him save a good amount of time on Josh in that map alone, and that's really where you expect to see him save the most time. Is just like doing these little things here and there that are going to save time. The little small movement enhancements that
Ooh,
Josh really won't have.
Josh
Yeah,
is struggling to shove that cube through that
yeah.
door.
Portals act weird when they're placed next to doors because the game wants you to be able to bring cubes through portals when you go through them. So they're really lenient with the hitbox. Um, oh, shame for
Ooh.
Zypeh. He doesn't grab the cube there. Um, but yeah, so you can push cubes through doors if the portal is close enough to the door. And then in that map specifically, there's a way without that glitch to get the cube into the room and soft lock the chamber, so the game will just open the door. Here we see both players fail at this trick. You see Zypeh go for it again here, which is just grabbing the cube as it falls through a portal. It's how you get around just shooting two portals to grab the cube because you only have the first portal that you can shoot at the start of the game. So here they're going to be doing a lineup, which glitches this button stuck here at the end of the level by walking on it at a certain angle. Zypeh missed it his first go around, but hit it the second time.
I'm really surprised how many different setups we've seen for this in the
Yeah,
tournament so far. I think almost every match has had people using different setups, it seems like.
I feel like a lot of people will try the map and not be able to get whatever setup they see their favorite streamer use, and then they will try a new one
Yeah.
because they are unsure how it's supposed to work, and then they'll find one that works for them. Here we see another. This map is heavily movement based, the one that Zypeh is on right now, and you can just see him fly through it.
Did we talk about movement yet? Are we or did we just blow
Yeah,
past
we
that?
can.
It's kind
Well,
of
we
kind
can
of
go
hard
by it a little
at
bit.
the start. These guys were going so
It's a
fast.
source game, so it's bunny hopping. The main difference between this game and other games that use source movement is that there's less air control, less precise air control, and it cuts off when you hit a certain velocity peak.
Yeah, if you end up bunny hopping too fast, you actually lose all control, and you can't end up changing directions.
Hmm.
So generally, you try to stay just under 300 units, unless
Yeah.
you're trying to go in a straight line.
Hmm. And Zypeh is one of the best runners at really controlling this movement. Um, so hopefully we see him abusing that a lot as he finishes chapter 1 whole level above Josh, which is relatively impressive. All right. He flies through the first level of chapter 2, which is nice because the one of the side effects of having all the doors open immediately in Speedrun mod is that a lot of people's muscle memory for tricks like that first chamber is completely different. So him being able to adapt to that uh, better than a lot of other runners is really impressive. See Josh doing the map now. Also manages to hit it first try. Good from him. You see Zypeh struggling with that portal right there because the surface is known to do what we call sparking, which is just, the portal placement fails when you shoot it. So there are specific parts of the wall that will accept a portal placement and parts that won't. And it's just sort of hit or miss whether or not it works. See Zypeh performing
Going
a
for
trick
wet
called,
maker.
yeah, Wet Maker. Hits it first try. It's a
No
relatively
surprise.
tricky skip. It abuses something that we call reportals, where to try and keep people from standing in portals and maneuvering through them like that, they push you out when you stand inside of portals. So we abuse that push to give us extra speed, and you'll see it in a couple other maps in the game. But that's the first instance of it in the main run. Oh
Oh my
wow,
god.
Zypeh going for the individual level strategy for
I was not expecting that.
catapult intro. That was really
That's yeah.
impressive. Nobody, as far as I
Ooh,
know, literally nobody goes for that. Josh
this
attempting Wetmaker hits it first
I
try as well. Nice.
I've seen every match so far, and that's the only time that's been done.
He told me that he does it, but I
That's
didn't believe
insane.
him.
Yeah. And to just hit it so casually, that's
Yeah, it was really impressive. So he's definitely saving time. It doesn't save a ton of time, but it saves enough to be noticeable. And it is what I would call a hard flex. He's really that's really a dunking maneuver right there.
oh yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
And then coming up on pit flings
Oh, is
right now.
that
This is where we
portal
bring
good?
back the pit for
Oh,
the reportal mechanic we talked about earlier. And wow, first try.
yeah. His angled portal was really low.
Hmm.
I think that was a little bit lucky on his part.
Yeah, well he goes for the challenge mode route, uh, the more optimized version,
Hmm.
which it uses a bit different
Ooh,
angles and timing. So,
just missing
oh
that undershot right there.
yeah, that loses a bit of time. Um, it's slightly faster to go for that than to do what he just did first try, but Josh doing pit flings now. People, in
Ooh.
response to this tournament specifically, have been inventing tons of backup strategies for this map because a lot of the slowness of the main backup strategies is gone in speedrun mod. So people are getting inventive with how they do
I really
these
like
routes.
all the new routes that have been found in just the past couple days
Yeah,
before the tournament started.
it's been really fun to see people who struggle with reportals consistently, like just doing all this really creative stuff to avoid doing them at all costs. It's been very fun. Right, coming up on the map Ricochet
Oh,
right now. Zypeh is doing the individual level challenge mode route. Oh, just barely went too low on that portal there. This route is notably harder. than the normal route. Oh,
Ooh, so
missed the
close.
cube grab there. I think that cube might be a little low. We'll see. Oh, nope, he makes it. All right, cool. So that's unfortunate that he had to lose that time, uh, but still manages to pull it out without too much time lost.
So the map that Zypeh is entering right now is Bridge Intro, and you can actually, if you're fast enough, you can catch the first cube that falls from the dropper. But pretty hard strat, and he didn't actually end up making the first cube. Oh, Josh looks like he's so close to getting Pifflings. Zypeh entering Bridge the Gap right here. Yes, we're gonna be seeing the reportal across. Ooh, just barely didn't grab the cube. This trick on Bridge the Gap is actually pretty difficult. It might look fairly easy, considering it just kind of looks like you're just flinging it across the map. But there's a lot of nuance to actually being able to make it across and not hit anything. Okay, we got Josh entering Bridge the Gap now. I'm curious. He's probably going to do the reportal fling as well, I would imagine. Oh, safety strats. You know, this is respectable too. Bridge the Gap can be a risky map to do the fast strats on. And actually, you know, because he didn't mess up, I think saves a little bit of time on top of Zypeh's Bridge the Gap. Ooh, that's an unfortunate that he didn't get funneled into the cube right there, or into the portal right there. So this chamber that Josh is entering right now uses a laser switch glitch. We didn't really talk about it on laser intro or laser stairs because of how fast everybody's doing. But basically, if you have a laser inside of a receptacle and you switch it to another receptacle, there is a like a single tick where they are both active at the same time. And if you are pushing up against the door that they activate, it actually keeps the door open and allows you to go through it without having to have both of the receptacles actually activated. That map that Zypeh just went through is, I would consider one of the more annoying maps in the game. Depending on how you place that cube, it's very likely that it will hit the button and then bounce off, making it to where you have to go down and readjust everything. I don't think it's happened yet in the tournament, but it does happen a lot more than it should. Ooh, unfortunate reportal by Zypeh right there. I haven't seen many people go for this, but you can still kind of clip through this elevator that Zypeh's in. It doesn't save any time anymore, but because we cut out the cutscene in Speedrun mod. But there is a lineup that you can do in full game where you actually clip through the floor of the elevator, and it saves you roughly 15 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Ooh, challenge mode
No
laser
Dane
chain.
skip
Let's
in
go.
this. Yeah, so Zypeh still has a lead here, but not as commanding as a lead as he had earlier.
Yeah, I would say it's still,
About a
you know,
map.
it only takes a couple mistakes, and then it could be anyone's game.
Yeah, I would agree. Um, but Josh is doing slower strats here, and I
Mhm.
think as we approach the harder maps, hopefully that's where the difference starts to show in
Mhm.
consistency.
I'm so curious to see the routes that Zypeh is going to be doing later.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah,
It does look like Zypeh's timer is slightly cut off here,
it does.
he does have the very helpful SAR I HUD up. So if you look in the top left of his
Oh yeah,
actual
yeah,
gameplay feed, you can see his timer there. So we can see the color from the timer up there on the top, and we can see the actual time from the
yeah. It
top
does look like
left.
it got clipped just a little bit.
See if he gets stair boost. He actually doesn't. Oh, he
Stair
loads a
boost
save.
is
Interesting.
surprisingly difficult, I would
Yeah.
say. Uh,
Yeah, it's hard to get a really good fast one, and
yeah,
it's a little bit hard to get consistent movement for a boost at all in
yeah.
full game, in my experience. But there is a backup strat, but instead he just looked like he made a save and then loaded the save. We'll see what strat he goes for on escape here. He goes safe, okay. You can hop around the corner there, but there's a large hitbox in your way, so it's a
Hmm.
little bit tricky, especially
Oh, it
to do in the context of a race.
doesn't go for the walkway skip here.
Yeah,
I've only
I don't.
seen
I
only
think
seen one person do
only
it so far.
Sushi does it, right?
Does Sushi do it?
I think
Um,
he's the only one. It's his strat.
yeah. I saw Blender do it in his match.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't
Yeah,
able to watch Blunder's match,
it was
unfortunately.
actually really cool. They tested out Ghost Mod, which was pretty
Oh, that's
sick.
so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blender is one of the people who works on Source Auto Record, which is Nex's plugin for speedruns and just general Portal 2 at this point, honestly. And he's working on a ghosting mod. So anybody familiar with old Half-Life 2 runs will know the general idea is that you just import demos from previous PBs and you get to race against the ghosts of yourself to sort of see how you're doing.
Well, this what they were doing was something new. Maybe it's not referred to as Ghost Mod, but they could actually see each other in each other's games, if that
Oh,
makes
that's
sense.
really interesting.
Yeah, it was super cool. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's also trying out like chat functionality and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
were
really
able to set
interesting.
up a countdown timer that was synced for both of them.
Yeah,
And you could actually, it would say in the game when anybody entered a new level.
that's really
And you
cool.
could end, if you were in the same level, you could actually see their name and whatever little avatar thing that they had set up.
The chat is asking for POG ratings on both of these runners.
I think that both of these runners are pretty pog right now. Pretty good showings from both of them.
I will say, Zypeh's PB is like 6 minutes faster than Josh's.
Is it? I mean,
He got a 31 the other day, and I think Josh is like a 37,
was Zypeh going for
36.
the turret switch and not pancake?
This is actually funny considering he has the world record with the pancake shot.
Yeah.
But it's obviously less consistent at world record speeds than it is with slowly setting it up, and so it looks like he's just going to play it safe. Oh, unfortunate portal miss there.
I've always wondered if it's faster to bring the broken turret into the room and then switch them, or just drop it and then switch it how everyone else does it. Because it
It's
seems like,
weird because the grab delay
yeah,
on picking
yeah.
it back up is weird. So maybe we could time it, but I think it's kind of just random sometimes, unfortunately. Um, this is a map that Zypeh is both notorious for being really good and really bad at, depending on what period you want to reference.
Didn't get stuck on Wheatley. So I mean, hey,
That is
that's pretty
impressive.
good. Yeah.
So he is about a map faster than Josh right now. Also, his timer's like 2 to 3 seconds behind. But
So, I mean,
Neurotoxin,
that's pretty synced up.
yeah,
That's not too bad.
Neurotoxin Sabotage is a map that previously used to have good chunk of RNG, but it's been completely removed. So this is a map where you expect Zypeh to save time with movement. It's getting a little unfortunate with these tube cuts here, but he's leaving the chamber now. It looks like Josh is going for the same turret strat that Zypeh went for. So neither of them are going for the sub-unit wide gap in the door shot.
Which is probably good. I mean,
Yeah.
it does have a setup, but if you can't do the setup fast, doing the turret switch is probably better.
Yeah, the turret switch is so much slower than the normal full game, but because the cutscene associated with it is entirely removed in speedrun mod, it's similar time.
Also, with all of the cutscenes removed, Core just flew by. That
Yeah.
was
It's
real quick.
basically not even a map at this point.
Yeah,
It's just a
normally
little
that
bit
map.
of movement.
Yeah, normally that map takes like 3 to 4 minutes. Oh, Josh getting stuck on Wheatley.
That's unfortunate. This is another like heavy movement map. So you're gonna see Zypeh save time over Josh on this map unless he makes some big mistakes here, which hopefully doesn't happen. Did he hit that shot? No, he had to go check. I don't know what his shoot angle is here. Interesting. He looks at a very different spot than any other runner. In the full game or in the individual level, you don't look there at all. So it's probably not something he's very used to shooting. So he did lose a good amount of time there, but it looks like Josh is also struggling with the cycles here on Neurotoxin
Oh
Sabotage.
no, he missed the middle one. Ooh,
yeah.
It happens.
Zypeh approaching what's arguably the hardest map in full game, Cave Johnson. You have to hit a very tight shot by jumping off that catwalk there, and then you do a reportal and abuse the scripted momentum in the map here to get a fling to the end. And wow,
I
he
think
got
he's
that
the only
quick.
one that's hit it first try. That's
Yeah. He did mess up the jump off of it, but he had a quick save to recover that. I think he might have been going for the individual level skip where you actually land on the railing, so you strafe over a lot later, and sometimes you can end up not making the strafe. But I'm interested to see what he does for Repulsion Intro. This is just one of the worst maps in the game, not the hardest. It's just one of the worst. It looks like he's not going to set up for the button stick. You can see he jumped at the button a little at the start. That was a really good strafe. Oh, he's going to go for the cube clip, though.
Oh, okay.
Cube clip junior, okay. So this, here he's using the cube to push himself through the floor. There he goes. Through the floor he goes. It looks like he's got enough height there. Skips the main puzzle. Grab this cube.
Dang, those were really
He's
good
just
shakes.
strafing.
Yeah. Oh man, that was really good.
I mean, his world record here lost time because he overstrafed the ending and hit his head. So he's not a man of weak strafes, and it looks like Josh is struggling a little bit on underground too. So they both lost a good amount of time on underground, which I'm sure Josh is beating himself up on right now. But you know, Zypeh also lost a decent amount of time on underground to making mistakes like that. Okay.
Ooh, I really like that.
Goes for
I really
Candyman's
like
route.
that. Yeah.
I think that was the old individual level world record route.
Huh.
So I imagine he has a little bit of experience with it.
That seems like super fast. I'm gonna have to try to learn that myself.
It's a little bit faster. I just think it saves probably 2 seconds if we're being generous. This is interesting.
Not going for stuck launch.
Yeah, it doesn't go for stuck launch. Stuck launch is, I think, the top 4 runners in full game go for stuck launch. But this is not a favorite map of Zypeh's, and he's fast enough to where doing the old route is not going to lose him a huge amount of time. Oh, that's unfortunate though. That's strafe there. He's trying to play it really safe, and he was shooting low on the, or he's trying to play it risky and shot pretty low on the wall there, but he made it through. But yeah, sort of as predicted, he's taking a pretty large map lead.
Oh
now.
yeah, for sure.
Just because these later levels are harder, and it's where you see the muscle memory and the movement skill of Zypeh just taking over a little bit. It's a great portal shot. That portal surface right there is notorious for just being terrible and just eating every single shot and sparking everywhere. So he managed to shoot that flawlessly, which is really impressive. Unfortunately, Josh misses the strafe. This strafe I find like deceivingly hard.
Oh yeah.
I'm also not good at it, and I've never practiced it, but right, going for prop flings here. He's gonna fall into this portal and jump a bunch of times and get a massive speed boost off this blue jet. Well, he was going to. There he goes. And it lands him right in the door. Also, we should. I don't know why I didn't, but I'm gonna switch to Zypeh's audio now.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even
Yeah,
think about
we
that.
we typically move to the
Yeah,
audio of the player who's ahead, and it's been
that
on
makes
Josh
sense.
this entire game. So now we're hearing Zypeh's audio. Conversion intro. He's not gonna go for the uh, the super reportal, which is
How
a
many
relatively new discovery.
how many people have done lemon skip in the tournament so far? Has it only been
You've seen more runs than I have.
oh, well,
I
that's fair.
don't think a lot of people are doing it. I think it's more common with runners who aren't confident at this
Hmm.
part of the level that Zype is in right now.
I think I've only seen it. I think I've only seen it once.
Fortunately, it looks like Zype just missed the portal shot on the other end, which is not the hard part. Nails the hard part. The actual reportal. Just looks like he missed the portal shot over the wall, unfortunately. Both runners, you can see Josh just grab the cube out of that glass box. If you crouch at a specific time while falling underneath the container, you just break the glass because of the way that crouch hitboxes differ from the normal hitboxes. So both runners just use that. It's a relatively common speedrunning trick, but it admittedly is a little weird if you've never seen it before. Coming up on 3 gels. This is another map where you just expect Zypeh to save tons of time because he's
Oh
just very
yeah.
comfortable with that, doing the map quickly. You lodge yourself in between the pipe and the scaffolding there, and sort of get stuck. And because you've just been
Oh,
spending a lot of
that's
time, that's
okay.
unfortunate. But thankfully for Zypeh, he arrived so early that the pipes weren't actually down, so he's just trying to recover it right now. But there he is. Gel bounce here. There's blue gel in that tube right there.
Getting the two bounces deceptively hard.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's also not something you do in individual level runs because
yeah.
the flags to end the chamber are in the room with the button. So you don't even have to do this part of the map in full game or in individual level runs. So it's not something Zypeh has much experience with. Um, but yeah, anyway, so you get stuck between the two objects, and the game calculates your speed by how long you've been falling. So you're just stuck in place, gaining speed until you go and bounce off the blue gel under you, and go to the end of the level. Okay, Josh hits prop points. Oh,
Oh,
Zypeh trying to grab the turret on test. He does the throw. So
nails it.
normally we throw the cube there to avoid like a 40-second cutscene, but the cutscene's been removed, so you can just grab the cube and place it on the button if you want. But looks like he just goes for the cube throw because a lot of high-level runners have good enough muscle memory to where they won't miss that cube throw, and it saves a little bit of time. All right. So Zypeh is finishing up the first map of Chapter 8. Josh is on the second to last map of Chapter 7.
It's all right. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests. Not entirely. Not entirely. Look at the word test.
Josh going for a.
Oh,
Oh,
interesting. Interesting.
okay,
He's just
okay.
funneled himself into the
Yeah.
same portal over and
Dang.
over again and not made the strafe. He hit the reportal there, but unfortunately he just placed the wrong portal on the floor, too far away to strafe. Okay. Okay, he's got the reportal. He's placing that really far
There we
from
go.
the
Yeah, that
gun,
was a little risky there, but
deceptively far. Also, it looks
yeah.
like Zypeh is missing the cube here. There he goes.
Oh yes. Well done.
So he's moving to the fourth map of Chapter 8. Josh about to finish up the second to last map of Chapter 7.
I'm coming. Coming. Don't start yet. Don't start yet. You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed off wing.
So we didn't talk about it when Zypeh got it, so we'll talk more about it when Josh got it, but he's currently using crouch fly glitch, which is one of
Oh
the
yeah.
earlier glitches in the game, where you just essentially trick the game into keeping the funnel state even once you've left the funnel. So it's very useful.
Yeah, I heard somebody describe it as, you know, when you crouch and have 0 velocity inside the funnel, the game thinks that you've entered the funnel twice, so that
Yeah,
when you leave
so
it,
it keeps
it only
a
counts you as leaving
funnel
it once.
count.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it keeps a count of how many, because you can be in more than one funnel in the game, because funnels can intersect. So it's not just a 0-1 sort of count. So you can iterate that to 2 and then leave the funnel, and yeah, you just keep the crouch fly. So it's very useful for a lot of the maps in Chapter 8 because you can just sort of fly through them. You can preserve it level from level, and so we selectively choose levels to keep it for and ones to get rid of it for. So it looks like Josh is doing the same thing
Ooh,
Zypeh did,
yeah.
but he recovered it a little better. He didn't go all the way to the. Oh, well, he's
Oh,
done it
though.
twice. But both runners actually had issue with this. So again, it's something where Josh is probably not feeling good about it in the moment, but in actuality, they both lost a good amount of time to
Oh,
this.
that's a.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
The
okay.
cube fell off the button for Zypeh, unfortunately. The cubes specifically in this map, the Franken-turret cubes, are just notorious for not doing what you want them to do because they have their little legs and they'll push themselves off of buttons and such. Sometimes it's very annoying. So Josh finally finishing up chapter 7.
Hannah Brainwave, I'm going to tape you solving these and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated burst of science.
Zypeh going for another crouch fly preserve here.
10 times as fast. Anyway, just give me a
You see he has the preserve, he's going to use that tunnel there, throw him down towards the end of the level. And we'll see if Josh goes for the cube throw. I highly doubt it.
I think that the cube throw is a
Oh, he
lot more
does.
forgiving here in speed mod,
I
since the panel
guess.
doesn't fling you away.
I personally just place it. But I can understand people throwing it.
Now, do you think that Zypeh is going to go for the chocolate milkshake maneuver, or
I would wager he
I hope
does.
so. Oh,
Yeah,
here we
he's going
go.
for it. He's going for it. So there's a fade out trigger here, which moves your screen to black, but doesn't actually kill you. It's not associated with a death trigger. So he's gonna run off the side of the. Oh, unfortunately,
Oh,
it
so
looks like
close.
he missed it. But you can run off the side of the map through the funnel here, and land yourself in the next level's transition. It looks like he also got a bad strafe there.
Yeah,
So
there's
we'll
a
see.
couple. There's a couple like maneuvers that you have to do in order to actually get into the transition box. Because there is a doorway, or like the opening of the box actually blocks you, so you have to sort of maneuver your way around it without being able to see.
So Josh here
Right.
is going for crouch fly, and it looks like he missed it the first time actually. So he's trying to place a portal there, get himself
Interesting.
to 0 velocity,
And
and then
Zypeh gets it.
uncrouch. He finally gets it. Okay, and he's going for really cool route here. Wow, nailed it
Gets
first
the
try.
fling first try. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a speedrun mod specific route because typically there's a look trigger in the map that sort of caps how fast you can go, so people do slower and safer routes. But because that look trigger's been removed in speedrun mod, you can go as quick as you want. And the general consensus right now is that's the quickest route to get through the map. Zypeh's got crouch fly again. Typically we would preserve this through the finale maps, but because of how much faster the funnels and catapults are in speedrun mod, we actually just don't take crouch fly here into the finales.
I'll bet you're both dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2
You
more
see
days.
Josh having a little bit of issue, but once again, on the same exact thing Zypeh had an
Oh
issue
yeah.
on. So they're losing time on very similar things. I think what you're seeing it come down to is uh, more so just, you know, Zypeh being just a faster player.
Hello. Where'd you go? No, seriously, do come back. Please, come back, please. Okay, look, I've decided I'm not going to kill you. Okay? Oh, just thinking back to the old times, the old days when we were friends, good old friends.
Ooh.
Ooh, missed his portal.
And I would say something like, come back.
So
Landed
that's
on.
not good, obviously, but the worst case scenario is that you just die there.
Yeah, didn't die, so you know that's still not bad.
So it could have been worse. So Zypeh is on the second finale map out of 4.
Dang, his hops
And
are on point right now.
Yeah. And Josh is still in the first half of chapter 8. Oh, interesting. Interesting funnel. So they're going to get crouch fly on this map. Typically, you would preserve it from the end of chapter 8 into this map, but we lose it and then gain it back here because it's faster in speedrun mod specifically.
I hope that he does the route that he
Yeah.
posted the other
So
day. 'Cause I
Zypeh
actually
has
haven't
a
seen anybody do this yet.
yeah. So he has a route that he sort of made for this map. Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
I don't know what happened there. Did he?
I,
Does he not have
I
crouch fly? Oh,
no,
okay.
I think what happened was he didn't jump. He went too far off the railing and didn't actually get his jump.
Interesting. Well,
Gonna
it could
enter
have
the
gone
level
better for him,
transition
but
still flying. No, okay, that's fine.
yeah, no, you don't. It resets your position at the start of the map. It's one of the only maps that does that in the game, I think. Aside from all the
Yeah.
elevator maps that literally spawn you in the exact same spot regardless. But he's on the third finale map, the map right before the boss fight, and he's just zooming right through it. Um, so it's looking like Zypeh. Oh,
Oh,
unfortunate.
yeah, unfortunate indeed.
Leaving the funnels is very quick in speedrun mod, so there's cool strats to take advantage of that, like we saw with what it's called chocolate milkshake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, and then what you saw there, but unfortunately he just missed it. Movement here is very sloppy from Zypeh. Hitting a lot of walls there, but
Josh opting to do the safer fly route for
yeah,
laser catapult.
you lose 1 or 2 seconds there doing that route, but it's a little more consistent. So
Yeah.
some players make that trade-off, which is not a bad decision.
I've definitely been in runs where I try to go for the faster route and just don't hit the angle correctly, and it
Yeah,
just
it's weird.
puts me
Like
below the
sometimes you can
platform.
hit a downward slope on that funnel and go up. It's
Yeah,
a very weird tube. Nice placement of that cube for Josh. We'll see if he goes for milkshake. I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, he's changing portal funneling. The map
Oh,
where we
that's
were talking
fair.
about Zypeh's
Yeah.
fast route. He had a bind that switched
Mhm.
the automatic funneling of the player into portals. He turned that off with a bind. Josh doesn't have that bind, so he's gonna type it manually.
Oh, I see. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So he's gonna go for the route here. So we'll see how well he does at it. In my opinion, it's one of the trickier routes in the game. So the fact that Zypeh got it so quick was impressive. Oh, early moonshot from
Oh,
Zypeh.
let's
His run
go.
is done. Is a 33:41.
33:41. That's pretty good. That's definitely a good pace.
So it's gonna end up being at least 2 minutes faster than Josh's time. Oh,
Ooh,
that was so close.
I
It
think
looks like
that.
the angle of his portal is a little bit too right facing.
Well, I think what's happening, if you tap D as you go through the portal, it sort of angles you and flings you towards the platform
Yeah.
better than just relying solely on your portal's angle.
Yeah,
And I don't know. Like I'm looking at his controls, I don't know if he knows that.
it doesn't appear so. A lot of runners just skip this route entirely because even though you save a couple seconds, missing it so many times could be pretty detrimental.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that portal was very, very uh, rightward. You can see both me and Jake in the supporters tier of the
A
mod. Shout out to Kurzio for the mod. It's a great time. I think if you do plus Portal 2 in chat, let me try. Yeah, there's some information on the bracket and the mod itself.
man, Josh is having a moment right now.
Yeah, if I were him, I would really just commit to not doing this route. But it looks like he's just determined to brute force his way through it.
I mean, I've definitely been here. I'm lucky that in my matches I didn't mess up this bad. But I've definitely had runs where I took a solid 10 minutes trying to get this to work. So I feel this right now.
Yeah. I've certainly had this many failures when doing it in practice, and that's
Yeah.
why I choose not to do it in runs because I'm not good at it, and it's a tricky trick.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too late for him to
Yeah, it
set
looks
up
like
funnels. Oh, there.
he's
Okay,
gonna
here we
set up
go.
the funnels here. He's trying to remember what the route is. You can tell. You can tell
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
thinking about it.
when you're
He's
missing,
wondering where the cube
you're
is.
missing
He's
a very key
remembering that you have to
step for
press the
this.
button for it. I relate to this a lot. What?
Oh my! Oh no! Oh no!
Did he
Oh
hit
no!
the button very quickly and then let go of it and
I
drop the
think
cube?
so.
Okay. I think this is the safest route to go for. It's the
Yeah,
route
for
that
sure.
they used to use in full game all the time.
Well, I don't know if I agree with this part of it.
I think it's a little faster, to be
Is it?
honest, unless you have really good strafes. His strafes
Ooh,
were
though. He hit 300 velocity and couldn't turn towards the platform.
very similarly to his attempts with the faster route. He goes a little bit too far to the right and loses air control. Because, like we said earlier, once you hit about 300 units, you lose strafe
Oh
control.
no! Oh,
He's just sort of going off. Also, I wonder if he remembers to reset portal funneling. Because that can have implications later in the game. I can't speak
oh,
today.
we should probably switch to Josh's audio. By the way,
Yes,
I
you're
think we're
right.
still on
You're right.
Zypeh.
My bad. All right, he's doing it as safe as possible, which I think is going to work out.
You know,
for him.
I can respect that.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
You really hate to see this.
Oh man, you know it's in a tournament setting. It's a lot more. You know, you got a little bit of nerves to you. You can. I'm sure he's feeling it right now. It's easy to mess up some little things in a
Yeah,
tournament setting. I think.
this is one of those maps where I put some practice into the easiest possible route and just
There we
commit
go.
to doing it
Let's
every
go.
round. All right, he's done it, boys. Easy claps in chat, please. Did he turn portal funneling off there?
Well, if he doesn't have a bind for it, I don't know.
I saw him open console real quick. So maybe he just like tapped up until he found the command,
Yeah.
backspace, changed it to 1.
Hopefully he did.
Yeah. It's not detrimental, but it'll make Finale 4 awkward specifically.
Well, I
Because
mean,
you rely
if
a little bit on. Oh,
I'm
and
pretty
Finale 1.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure without funneling on, finale 1 is gonna be rough.
Oh, it looks like he's getting Steam messages. Maybe it's Zypeh wondering about the status of his run.
Or somebody warning him about funneling. Who
Oh,
knows?
that too. Who knows? Outsider influence in the race? No way.
It would never.
It's not like most runners use their phones to watch the comms anyway.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. When I was doing my run, I was just all me, just silent the whole time.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag because they're a few minutes behind, so they're not gonna really help you.
Hmm.
But sometimes they'll be like, "Wow, they really messed that up," and you're like, "Oh man, I did, didn't I?" Let's see.
Funneling is definitely
Off,
off.
off,
Okay.
for sure off.
He's trying to figure it out.
He's got to aim
Okay.
it. Normally,
Okay.
with those sorts of things, you
Let's
really
go.
don't
That
have
was
to aim
way
them.
close.
Oh, it looks like he's alt tabbed.
Hopefully not a crash.
Let's hope. I think it would have gone black immediately if
Yeah,
he
I think it would have
crashed,
gone black if it was a crash.
but who knows? Oh,
Oh,
no, it
okay.
looks like it was a crash. That is really unfortunate.
I can't quite see what's happening.
He's looking at the schedule.
Maybe he's okay. Well, we'll see what's happening. Oh, okay. Well, we've got he's typing F's in the Discord. I think maybe that means that he isn't going to do a best of 3. Let me just type real quick. A little bit of technical difficulties. I could say. Huh. Well. Okay, so it looks like Josh is not opting to reload. So Zypeh is in fact the winner. Um,
All right.
Let's see if they want to do a post-match interview or something.
I think because I declared Zypeh the winner, it should message them
Okay.
for the. All right.
Hello.
Hey there.
Hello.
I think if I didn't lose 3 minutes on repulsion polarity, I could have won.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you know,
prop catch also, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Wait, prop catch? What map's that?
Prop catch was the map that you spent 3 minutes.
Oh, that's the one I spent 3 minutes on,
Yeah.
not repulsion.
Yeah, repulsion polarity. You didn't get there. Actually, no, you did. You did. You crashed on finale 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
crashed.
I wonder. Hold on. Zypeh
Hopefully-
said he
hopefully-
wanted to do an interview.
I think my computer got hacked.
Zypeh is doing fog percent right now.
Oh yeah, fog percent, just to flex. You know, he's just playing complete.
So
blindness.
other than like the ending, and the crash and all that, how do you feel about your run? How do you think are you happy with how you did? At least
No,
up
I feel
to
like
that
I
point?
did shit. I was 2 minutes behind up until then.
Oh no.
But, yeah, what can you do? I mean, I think my computer got hacked, so...
Those dang hackers. You know, sometimes it just be like that.
I know, I fucking hate hackers.
All right. We're seeing if Zypeh is gonna. Oh, he's in the setup.
Oh, he's in the setup. Okay.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go. He figured it out.
There he is.
Hello,
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Post match.
I'm doing good.
So how do
How's
you?
the race?
Yeah.
How's the race? Do I want to talk about it?
I mean, that's why you're here, right?
It went all right, I guess. I had some bad maps. Most of the time, it went pretty well.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
you
Josh
gotta-
was the better play. I got lucky.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like, honestly, he just got lucky. It was kind of rough. Like, I
that's-
feel like
that's a
he just
fair
he
assessment.
gets lucky on every chamber.
Yeah, so honestly, I shouldn't win, but I did. That's what matters, right?
Yeah. It's not about how hard you try. It's about whether
It's
or not
about
you
how
won.
lucky. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think if I didn't forfeit, I could have probably won the next 2 maps. I feel like he wasn't that fast.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 47 run before, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah. I did beat Zypeh in a race, so he's definitely
Dang.
not that good. Those
But,
are the rules, after all.
Who do you think I'm gonna go up against in the next round?
Let me
who's
look at
the
the bracket.
bracket?
real
Yeah.
quick,
Let's pull up the brackets real
I
quick.
think it's Dane or Kojo, right?
Ooh, Dane.
Um,
Dane.
yeah, it's Dane or Kojo. So if Dane is gonna play as shakily as he played in his first match against Magic South, then you're probably facing Kojo. But if Dane
Ooh.
plays to the skill level that he certainly has, then you'll probably go against Dane.
I want to go up against Dane because he was one of my first friends in Portal. I've known this guy since 2012, I think.
Yeah.
So
that would be a
we
great-
have some
that'd be a
history.
good match. And then if Kojo loses, I'm trying to figure out where he goes in the losers bracket. Let me check where he would go, because I think in my predictions I have Dane winning, so I can see where it shoves Kojo.
Also, I can turn off my stream, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
You're killing fog percent right now.
Yeah, I felt like entertaining the stream
Yeah.
before I
yeah,
got
by,
my
by
invite.
showing them literally nothing.
Yeah.
By showing them 2 feet in front of you.
So it
We
looks
should
like
have we should have ran seizure percent. That would have been like,
Oh my god.
and it's unfortunately not ported to Speedrun mod yet.
you think it'll happen
least-
soon?
At least the cat
Well, I
extension
mean,
itself hasn't.
yeah. So you could do the commands, but
But who would really want to do that?
yeah, right. Who in their right mind would play seizure percent? Of which is definitely not me.
All right, so
Ouch.
yeah. Oh, you
Um,
don't have Josh at 12% volume?
No, that was a
That's a-
mistake on my end.
Yeah, that's a shame.
So what match is next?
So coming up in an hour is Cardin versus Jonice 1234.
Ooh.
People always call him Jonesy, but I think it's pronounced Jonice.
I'm actually pretty excited about that one. I haven't
yeah.
seen either of them run, so I don't know who the winner could be.
Yeah, so Cardin is our world record holder. All Red Berries Celeste % speedrun mod world record holder.
Oh, sick.
So he's undeniably a good runner because
Yeah.
the previous world record holder is me. So he's got to be good.
Right, yeah.
And then Janice has been around forever. So it'll be an interesting one to see. It's another one of the closer first round matches. And B and Jake are both signed up to do commentary. Unfortunately, not Bet's runner because he never woke up.
Can you imagine?
If you
More
go
like
by
Sleep's
PB,
runner.
if you go by PBs, Cardin should have the edge. He has a 36-42.
Yeah,
and Janice
I
has a 39. So
I think Cardin does have the edge in that match, but I certainly don't think that it's a closed and shut case. You know,
Yeah.
it's a 30. What does Cardin have? 34.
30, what do you-
36.
36
Oh, 30
versus
36.
39?
36-39 is not as big of a gap as we've seen a lot of these races.
Yeah,
You know?
especially because, like, who's to say that they're playing close to their best right now anyway?
Yeah.
Janice used to be around in I think 2013 or 14, so he might
Yeah.
just be de-rusting, like
Yeah.
M Sushi, for example, who got the world record the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sushi's
who went
crushing
from
it
getting
right now.
7 minutes behind world record to just casually taking world record for a whole 10 minutes.
So don't count Janice out. He can
Oh
definitely.
yeah, for sure. That's
put
what
up a
that's
good
why I'm
fight.
saying I'm excited
yeah.
to see that it's a close run, despite the PBs saying otherwise. But yeah, thanks for doing the post game interview, Zypeh. I think we're
no
gonna
problem.
end the stream.
Yep,
It should
good
be on
match.
in an hour on SpeedGaming 4 as well. The Cardin
Yep.
versus Janice game. So stick around or come back in an hour. See this race.
Oops, I just left the call.
Oh yeah, well it'll kill itself off in a second. All right, everybody. See ya.
Yep. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.